Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. We'll start the unit number. Last two lectures we are working taught with the unit number 4 is there. In that unit number 4, we are discussing the interrupt and ports are there. Two parts we are discussing interrupt and ports are there. Okay, port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. Last lecture we are discussing the interrupts is there. What is meant by the interrupts? How interrupt is work? What are the types of the interrupts are there? How it works is there. What is the structure of the interrupts? Control structure is there. Then how many interrupts are there? Priority of the interrupts are there. Then we are discussing the IP register also and interrupt enable register also. So these are the topics we are discussing. Last lecture is there. Today we are discussing the next topic, which is the interrupt priority register is there. Interrupt enable register is there. There are five interrupts are there. We're discussing the five interrupts. Then action interrupts are there. Then we are discussing the triggering level is there. What are the triggering level? Low level triggering, higher level triggering, falling edge triggering, and upper edge triggering is there. We're discussing these points also. And then today we are discussing the next point is the timer is there. So the programs of timers we are discussing next lecture. Today we are discussing only the what is meant by the timer and what are the registers which are used to control the timer or you have to create the timer is there, and how to calculate the delay. There is a calculation for calculating the delays there. There is calculation for calculating the delays there, because there is a program is asked like this: create a 2 kilohertz frequency by using crystal frequency of your 8051 is the 12 megahertz, and you have to design a 2 kilohertz frequencies there. So we are discussing the programs in next lecture, how to write down the program is there. So today we are discuss only the theoretical part is there. What is the timer is there, then how many bits of the timer is there, then what is the T-con register, what is the T-mod register is there, what are the each bits working in this register. We are discussing this point in the timer is there. Okay, so this is the timer is there. 80 timer having the two timers are there. 8051 is having a two timers are there, timer 0 and timer 1. We are discussing the two timers are there in 8051. One is the timer 0 and another is the timer 1. So these are two timers are there, and each timer is a 16-bit wide. So in next generation we are designing the controller is there. Next controller is big controller is there, arm controller. They are define the timers with different bits are there. Some timers are 4 bits, some timers are 8 bits. Two means they are having the four timers are there. Two timers are 16-bit, one timer is 8-bit, another timer is the 4-bit also. So these are the requirement of the timers. They are change the types of the timer. But in your basic 8051 there are only a two timer is there. These two timers are contain a 16-bit timer is there. Okay, 16-bit timer is having a 8051. Again 8051 is 8-bit register, sorry, 8-bit controller is there. 8051 is 8-bit controller is there. So here what we have to doing, you have to here we have to differentiate the timer into 8-bit. Differentiate the timer into 8-bit. It is the 8-bit is the 8051 8-bit architecture. And two separate 8 bits are there. We are having the two separate 8 bits are there. 7 figure is there. Two separate 8 bits are there. So these are the timers are there. So these are timers. So differentiate it to 8 bit is TL0 for timer 0, TH0 for timer 0. This is the higher lower 8 bit. This higher 8 bit for the timer 0. So timer totally is the 16 bit, but it is separately work for the 8 bit is there, 8 bit for the lower bit and 8 bit for the higher bit is there. Again, this is another timer is TN1 is there. In that TL1, there are two timers are there, TL1 timer and TH1 timer. TL is the higher, TL means lower and H means the higher is there. So 8 bit for this is 8 bit and this is for the 8 bit are there. Okay, so these are the two timers are there. Again, we are here I am going to separate this. This is TL0 and TH0. So TL0 is from D0 to D7. So D0 to D7 is act as a TL0, and from D8 to D15 is act as a TH0 is there. So total 16-bit timer is there. Here is also for the TH1 also same thing is there. T0 to T7 is the TL1 and T8 to T15 is the TH1 is there. Okay, so these are the timers are there. Okay. Next, we are discussing the T-mod session. This is the T-mod. T-mod is the register. T-mod is the 8-bit register used to set the timer for mode 0 and timer 1. See, what is the function of this timer? This is the 8-bit register. How many bit is there? 8-bit register is there. It is used to set the timer. Which timer? Set the timer 0 and timer 1. Set the timer 0 and timer 1 is there. Okay. It is 8-bit register and you have to set the timer 0 and timer 1 is there. Okay. So how it is separated? The 8-bit is there. See, here is from 0 to 3. 0 to 3, it is act as a timer 0. 0 to 3, it is act as a timer 0. And from 4 to 7, 4 to 7 is timer 1 is there. 4 to 7 is timer 1 is there. Okay. Here I am lower 4 bit is act for the timer 0 and higher 4 bit act for the timer 1 is there. Is it TMOD register is timer modular register is there. Okay. So see, pin number 7 and pin number 3 here giving bit number 7 and 3. What is use of this gate pin is there? Enable the timer and counter pin high and set is there. And it is enable timer and counter when TR0 and TR set is 1. Okay. So what is the use of this is when you are working with the softwarely interrupt. See INT0 and INT1. What is the INT0 and INT1? See, what written here, enable the timer counter only when INT0 and INT pin is high. Okay, what is the meaning of INT0 and INT1? It is the interrupts are there. We are discussing the INT0 and INT1 are there interrupts. See here, INT0, sorry, INT0 and INT1. These are the external interrupts. These are the external interrupts are there. These are the external interrupts are there. Okay. So INT1 and INT0, if it is set 1, then the external interrupt would be executed. Okay. Here. It is the external interrupt will be executed. See here. It is an interrupt is pin is high, it is 1. And if it is 0, then external internal means what? TR0 and TR1 is there. It is actually TR0 and TR1 is there. Okay. Understood. What is the difference between TR0 and TR1 is there? Okay. Means in if it is gate is 0, if gate is 0, you can softwarely set the timers are there because TF0 and TF0 and TR0 means TR0 and TR1, TR0 and TR1. These are the timers are the internal timers are there. TR1 and TR0 are the internal timers are there. So these internal timers are set when you are giving the this is the 0. Enable the timer of TR0. Means you can say that if it is gate is 0, you can softwarely set the timers. Softwarely you set the timers. But if it is 1, if it is 1 means gate is 1, you can hardwarely set the timer. If it is gate is 1, you have to hardwarely set the timer is there by using this. You have to set hardwarely the timer is there by using 1 is there. Okay, understood. So when gate is 0, software timer means TR0 and TR1 is there. And if it gate is 1, you have to externally INT0 and INT1 will be high is there. Okay, so this is the gate is there. Another is this is a C1 and T1 and it's a C0 and T. C means what is meant by C0? See, both timers having the same bits of the same function is there. Same timer, same bit of function is there. C0, T0 and C0. This is the bar. Bar means what? We are discussing at the time of the pin diagram. So bar means what? It is active low is there. Bar means what? Active low is there. And if it is C1 means active high is there. Okay. So T0 is active low means what? If it is T0 means it is this pin is active low of this timer 0. If it is pin is active low, it is act as a timer. See here. It is if active low, act as a timer. If it is active high, it is act as a counter is there. If it is active high, it is act as a counter. And if it is active low, it is act as a timer is there. So T0 is acting as a timer 0 and C0 is acting as a counter is there. Means if it is active low pin, it is act as a timer. And if it is active high pin, it is act as a counter is there. So depending upon the timer 1 and timer 2 for your convenience, counter means what and timer means what? Timer means what? You have to create a delay in the program. What is meant by the timer? Timer means what? You have to create the delay of the program. Means suppose you have to generate a square wave of 2 kilohertz. If you want to generate a square wave of 2 kilohertz is there, then you have to set the timer. Means you have to set the delay for on and off of this because square wave is like this. Square wave is like this one and this square wave is there. So you have to set the delay for this square waves for higher and lower is there. But counting means what? You have to count from 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the you have to set the counter is there. You have to set the counter is there. Okay, so by using this, you have to use, and this is M1 and M0. This is M1 and M0. This is used for the timer mode selection. This is used for the timer mode selection is there. So what is the timer mode selection is there? If it is 0, 0, means M1 is 0, M0 is 0, then timer is act as a 13-bit timer. We will discuss in next slide is there. There is diagram of 13-bit, how it is work as 13-bit timer is there. So 8-bit is for the higher and 5-bit is for the lower is there. Then 0, 1 is there. It is act as a 16-bit timer is there. So 16-bit timer means TH and TX are the 16-bit is there. If it is 1, 0, if it is 1, 0 is to 8-bit auto reload timer. Okay, auto reload, what is meant by the auto reload? We discuss in also in next slides are there. So it is the auto reload timer. TLX is reload and value of TX each time in TLX is overflow. So what is meant by the overflow? We are discussing next slide is there. So only remember that if it is 1, 0, if it is 1, 0, it is auto reload mode is there. And in 1, 1, you can split the timer, means you have to two separate timers you have to do with the 8-bit timers are there. Two separate timers of the 8-bit timers is there. Means according to the mode selection, if it is 0, 0 in your timer 0 mode, if it is 0, 0 in timer 0 mode, if it is 0, 0 in timer 0 mode, what will happen? It is act as a timer 0 is act as a 13-bit timer. Already timer 0 is a 16-bit timer. Already timer 0 is a 16-bit timer, but you have to use a 0, 0, then it is act as a timer 0 is act as a 13-bit timer. If you are giving that M0 and M1 is 1, 0, 1, then this timer 0 is act as a 16-bit timer is there. And if it is 1, 0, it is auto reload timer. What is meant by the auto reload mode? We'll discuss in next slide. What is meant by the auto? You have to load the timer is there. Automatically load the timer is there. So it is get the it is the 8-bit timer. So if anybody say how much bit timer is acting 8051, first it is act as 13-bit also. Then second, it is act as 16-bit also. Then third, it is act as 8-bit also. And also you can split the timer with two different 8-bits are. You are split the timer with two different 8-bits are there. So this is the mod is there. So mod is contain 8-bit is there. Just I'm going to brief in 2 lines is there. Tmod is a register which is used in the 8-bit. It is 8-bit register is there. It is used to in timer to set the mode of the timer is there. In 8-bit register, lowest 4-bit is used for the timer 0 and highest 4-bit is used for the timer 1 is there. In both timer 0 and timer 1, 4 bits are the same is there. Here we have to use the gate is there. Pin number 7 gate. When it is used as a 0, it is when it is used as 0, you can operate the timer as a softwarely, and if it is 1, you have to operate the timer hardwarely. You have to operate timer is hardwarely. Then pin number 6 and pin number 2, these are the counter and timer is there. If it is 1, it is act as a counter, and if it t is equal to 0, it is act as a timer is there. Then 2 points are the 5 and 4, which are 1 and 0 is there. The 2 bits are there, M1 and M0. These 2 is act as for selection of the mode is there. These 2 is act as a selection of mode is there. In that selection, you can select the timer of any bits are there. You can select the timer of any bits are there. You can select the timer for the 14, select for the 13-bit. You can select for the 8-bit. You have to select for the 16-bit also, and you have to set the 8 split the timer is there. So you can split mode also. You have to present 13-bit timer, 16-bit timer, auto reload timer, and split timer mode is there. Split timer mode is there. So this is the mod register in timer. In offline examination or in your UT also, if it is second IC is there, not UT IC is there, we can explain this is the T mod register is there. Explain T mod register with the diagram is there. So you will for the 8 marks, 4 marks are there. Okay. Then this is the clock frequency. Every timer of 8051 needs this is the clock frequency. So timer clock frequency is given by the 1/12 of the crystal frequency. It is given by C. Okay, every timer needs a clock to work. 8051 is there. Okay, so how can it get 1/12 is there? 1/12 of the crystal frequency which is connected to the microcontroller. The microcontroller is attached a crystal frequency, and this is 1/12 of the crystal frequency is the clock pulse is required for your timer calculation purpose or timer. This is the clock frequency required for the timer is there, for their calculations are there. So suppose this is for example, they are giving the example is there. So example is that if it is a crystal frequency is of this one. This is the crystal frequency of this one is 11.5. Then now to mark microcontroller is provided 1 by 12th of this. So here timer clock frequency is given by crystal frequency divided by 12. So what is the crystal frequency? This is the crystal frequency, and divided by 12 you will get the 921 kilohertz are there. So period of this is calculated by 1.085 microsecond there. This period is required for your calculation purpose or designing a square wave of designing a square wave. This is calculation required to design the square wave because the square wave is having the frequency, and this frequency you have to convert this 2 kilohertz frequency and then a clock frequency. You have to match these two and you have to create a square wave is there. Okay. So this is divided by diagram is there crystal frequency, and this crystal frequency divided by 12. This crystal frequency divided by 12, you will get the timer output. This crystal frequency divided by 12, you will get the timer output is there. Okay. This is timer frequency there. This is the mod means you have to set the timer is there, but here is the TCON means timer control register. T means timer, con means control register. You have to control the timer. You can set the mode by using TMOD register. You can set the mode of the timer 16-bit timer, 13-bit timer, but you have to control the timer. What is meant by the control the timer means what? If your timer is acting as a counter is there. Suppose you have to set the timer is act as a counter is there. After counting, if it is you have to set the count is 1 to 5. For example, if you have set the count is 1 to 5, after 5 count, what we have to do? Stop the timer or starting the count from the 0. You have to start the timer or to stop the timer, or you have to counting starting from the 1 or 0. This is done by using this type of control register. Means you have to control the timer is that where it is overflow the timer, you can start the counting or not. You have to stop the counting is now, check the counting is complete or not. This is done by using a TCON register is there. Okay. So see in TCON register is every part 2 bytes are required for the same. See here. So what is this? There are each two bits are there. Each 2 bits are there. What are these 2 bits are there? See, when it 2 bits are there. T means timer, I means interrupt. T means timer, I means interrupt. If you understand or not, see. First 2 bits are what? These are the first 2 bits are used for the timer 1 is there. T means timer, 1 means 1 timer. F and R is there. F means overflow flag, R means start is there. These are then next is TF0 and TR0. TF0 and TR1 is timer 0 and timer 1. Timer 0 and timer 1. F means overflow flag, R means run. F means overflow flag, R means run is there. TF0 and TR1 for the TF0 and TR0 for the timer 0, and TF1 and TR1 is timer 1 is there. Then IE1 and IT1. IE1, I means interrupt. E1 means interrupt 1 means INT1 is there. Okay. E means you have to enable the interrupts is there, and T means you have to type of the control is there. Okay. Okay, enable the interrupts and you have to set the time. Next is the I0 and IT0. It is for the interrupt 0 and timer 0 is there. Okay, so this is the two bits are required. First two bits for the timer 0, second, sorry, timer 1, second two bits are the timer 0, the next two bits are the interrupts are there, and next two bits are the interrupt 1, and next two is are the interrupt 0. These are the external hardware, external interrupts are there. INT1 and INT0, you know that INT1 and INT0 are the external interrupts are there. Okay, so what is the bit 3? We have discussed bit 3, 2, 1, and 0. So we have discussed first 4 bits are there. This is for the, it is used for the interrupts are there. So we have discussed first 4 bits, and then we will go to this internal interrupts are there. So see. So first is the bit 3 is IE1. It is the external interrupts here there. And this is the H flag. H flag is there for the INT1. You have to set the interrupt by using IE1, means you have to enable the interrupts. You have to enable the interrupts by using IE1 is there. Okay, so it is enabled by using the H trigger. H trigger means what? See, this is our square wave is there. So this is called the H trigger. Means when you have to interrupt the enable, then we have to give the H trigger to that 8051, then this interrupt 1 will be enabled. Interrupt 1 will be enabled when you have to put value of 1 is there. You have to put value of 1 is there. When this H trigger is triggered, the flip-flop is there. Okay. Then IT1, this bit IT1 is for this one is there. This interrupt event type of the INT1 pin. This sets the interrupt of the falling edge, and 0 will set the interrupt for the low level edge is there. Okay, so you have to set the IT1 interrupt type of the control interrupt by softwarely by falling edge of the trigger is there. So it is the falling edge, or you can say as for the level triggering there. So this IT1 is set for the level triggering there, and IE1 is set for the H trigger is there. So it is for the H trigger is there, and for the 0 means it is 1 means it is the H trigger for the IE1 is there, and it is here for IT1, it is 1 for the level trigger there. Same for the IE0 and IT0 is there. Same for the IE0 and IT0 is there. Same for IE0 and IT0 is there. It is for the only for this interrupt 1. This is for the interrupt 0 is there. This is for the 0 for the H trigger. Okay, 0. Here when IT1, IE1, you have to give the 1 for the H trigger is there. And here we have to give for the interrupt 0, it is the H level trigger is there. Interrupt 1 is for the H level trigger, same it is H trigger. And before this, below, this is the IT0, it is for the low level is there. It is for the low level interrupts here. We have to set the enable the interrupt by using H trigger and level trigger. When you are giving the H trigger, we have to use the IE1. For the level trigger, we have to use the IT1. Same here for the H trigger, IE0, and for the level trigger, it is the IT0 is there. Then this is we have completed this 4. Then this is the this 4 are. This is for the left 4 are the which one? This is for the timer. This is for the timer. TF1 is overflow flag. TF1 is the overflow flag, the timer 0. When it is 1, take the 1 as the when it is 1, when timer is overflow occurred. Okay, so what is mean timer 1 goes to the maximum rollover clock to 0. What is the meaning of this? And this is 0 when timer overflow is not occurred. Overflow means what? If suppose you have to give the count, suppose it is act as a counter. If it is act as a counter, 0 to 5 is there. If it is act as a counter, is 0 to 5 is there. Okay. If 0 to 5, it is starting the counter is there. If it is starting the counter is there, it start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 5 is there. Okay. Up to this 5, this counter is counting. After 5, it will be go to the 0. After 5, it will go to the 0, it will be stop the timer. It will be go to the 0, counter will be stop is there. If how can controller think that this counter is goes to 5? How the controller think that counter is goes to 5? That for that purpose you have to set this flag. This is called the overflow flag. When this flag is set, if this flag is set when this flag is 1, if this flag is 1, timer understood that our counting is complete. Our counting is complete. Then what we have to do? Stop the counting or reload the counting from 0, or you have to start from 6 to 7. Depending upon that, you have to do the working there. But controllers understand that when timer is overflow, when you have to set the timer flag is there. You have to set the timer flag, which is called the overflow flag is there. The overflow flag is present in your flag register. Overflow flag is present in your flag register is there. So just like overflow flag, we are discussing the flag register is there. In that flag register, what we are discussing is when value is more than the value of that register, storage value of register is more, or else in your C, we are discussing the data types to storage capacity of data types here. Same thing is there when overflow is counting. It is the counter. If it is act as a timer, this are giving the delay time is there. You are giving the delay time for this. This is the delay time for your counter. After this completion of delay time, if this completion of delay time of your timer, what we have to do? You have to start the delay time from previous, or you have to stop the delay time. So for that purpose, controller is understand by if TF1 are giving the one value, if TF1 is giving the one value, then he can understand that our timer is overflow. He understand that our timer is the overflow is there. Our timer is overflow is there. Okay. So this is the TF1 is there, overflow flag is there. Okay. The next is the TR1. Next is TR1. It is used for the run the control bit. Means you have to start and stop timer. It is depending upon this bit. This bit check that your timer is full or not, your timer is complete his work or not, or it is counting is complete is not. This is depending on this bit. But you have to start the timer by using this bit. You have to start the timer by using this bit is there. You have to run the timer, you have to start the timer by using this bit. If it is one, timer one will be start. If it is one, timer will be start. And if it is zero, timer zero will be stop is there. If it is one, timer one will be start. And if it is zero, timer one will be stop is there. Okay, if it is one, timer one will be start. If it is zero, timer one will be stop is there. So depending upon that, you have to start and stop the timer there. Same thing is here. It is for your timer zero, timer one. It is for your timer zero is there. If it is TF0, it is check the timer zero, overflow flag is there. So if it is one, timer zero is overflow occurred, and if it is zero, it is not occurred is there. Okay, so this is the 1 and 0 is there. Next is this is the timer TR0 is there. You have to run the control bit of the timer 0 is there. If it is 1, you have to start the timing. If it is 0, it is the stop the timer is there. So timer stop and start, it is dependent by these two, and this is used for your check the timer is overflow or not. This is the register of the TCON register. So these are the TCON registers are there. Okay, understood? These are the TCON register is there. So control register for the timer and external or internal interrupts are there. The control external and internal interrupts are there. Okay. So these are the two registers are there. One is the TMOD register and second is the TCON register is there. Okay. So next point we are discussing is timer mode. Okay. Here is the timer mode we are discussing. It is a timer 00 is 13-bit timer. 01 is 16-bit timer. How it is works we are discussing by using diagram is there. 00 it is actually 13-bit timer. See, mode 0 is a 13-bit timer. Okay, mode 0 is 13-bit timer is there. Mode 0 is 13-bit timer. So 8-bit for THX and 5-bit for TLX. 8-bit is THX and 5-bit is the TLX is there. 8-bit is THX, 5-bit is the TLX is there. Okay, understood. The दाखवले you see here 0 to 7. 0 to 7 is for the lower and this is the higher is there. Okay, you can say as just like a D0 to D12. If you are confusing, this is not D0 up to this D8 is. So it is for the higher bit, THX for the higher bit. Means this higher bit you have to use. This higher bit is used for the timer, and this lower 8-bit, in that lower bit we have to use only a 5 bits are there. So 8 plus 5. So this is the 5 bits from the lower side of the TLX and 8 bit from the higher side of your THX is there. So TLX is for the 5 bits and THX is the 8 bits. So 13 bits we have to use is there. So you have to remember. So you can in your third bits of TLX you can return as a 0 while using the timer mode is there. Means when last 3 bits. So these 3 bits you have to write down the 0. In that 3 bits you have to write down the 0 is there. In that 3 bits you have to write down the 0 is there. Okay. So what is this? This is the TLX in the 3C. Remember these things are there. if your timer is act as a 13-bit timer, if your timer is act as a 13-bit timer, in that 13-bit, which bit he is used? In 13-bit, which bit he is used? 8-bit from the higher register of the timer, and 5 bits is from the lower bit of the timer register, because your timer is a 16-bit, higher is 8-bit, and lower is the 8-bit is there. So remember this, because our thinking is that time when you're a 13-bit is every time your first time it use the lower 8-bit as there, and then higher 5 bits are there, but this is not the case is there. Here we have to use the higher 8-bit is there, and only lower 5 bits are there. Higher 8-bit is there and lower 5 bit is there. So please remember these things. Next time, it is the mode 0. Mode 0 means you have to put value of M1 and M0 is 0, 0. You have to put a value of M1 and M0 is 0, 0. Then this is a 13-bit timer is there. So how it is set the timer? See, timer 0 mode. This diagram is there. See, you have to give the clock to the timer. We are discussing in the previous slide is there. If it is a crystal of 11.592 megahertz is there, you have to divide the crystal by 12, because you have to give the clock frequency to the timer is there. So we are discussing there, you have to divide the crystal with the 12, and you will get the clock frequency of the timer. So this is the clock frequency 921 clock given to this is the tick on register bit. What is use of this tick on register TR bit is? What is use of TR bit? TR bit is 1. See why I'm using the AND gate is there, not OR gate is there. Why I am using an AND gate is there, not using AND gate is not OR gate is there, because if any bit of AND gate is 0, output is 0. Means suppose you have to set TR bit is 0. If you have set a TR bit is 0, your timer will be stopped. If you are set a TR bit is 0, your timer will be stop is there. So your timer means your timer will be start and stop depending upon the TR bit is there. This is depending upon the TR bit is there. Timer run bit. You can say TR bit as a timer run is there. So if you put a value of TR is 1, if you have to put a value of TR is 1, then your timer will be start is there. And if you are put value TR is equal to 0, then timer will be stop is there. If you are put TR is equal to 0, timer will be stop is there. Okay. So that's why we are using the AND gate is there. That's why we are using the AND gate is there. Because if any input of the AND gate is 0, if any input of the AND gate is 0, automatically output is 0. If any input of AND gate is 0, then automatically output is 0 is there. So you must remember these things, and then go to the TLX and THX is there. TLX is 5-bit and THX is the 8-bit is used. And then this is the TFX means the timer is there. This is TFX means the timer flag is there. You have discussed the timer flag is there. This is the timer flag is there, which is the overflow or not is there. So this is the diagram of the timer 0 mode. This diagram of the timer 0 mode is there. So crystal frequency divided by the 12, you will get the clock frequency for the timer. This timer is set by using a TR register, which is called the TCON register is there. So TR is the present in the TCON register to run the timer is there. Okay, the timer there. So how to give the instructions for that? We're discussing this. Steps to timer 0 mode. आपने प्रोग्रामिंग मध्ये पण आहे, we're discussing at the programming steps for the timer 0. So first you have to load the timer with TXS and TLX. So for that purpose, we have some calculations are there. We're discussing the calculation next slide is there. So load the timer count into the THX and TLX is there. Load the timer count into THX and TLX is there. Okay. So this is the timer value, how delay time is. For that purpose, you have to load the hex value in THX and TLX is there. So how to calculate this hex value when clock frequency is given, delay is given? We have the some calculation point is there. So first you have to load this TL and TX there. Next is that turn on the timer by how to turn set bit TR0 and set bit TR1. We are discussing the instructions are there. Set means this is the instructions are the bit manipulation instruction. We know the types of the instructions are there. In that type, this is the bit manipulation instruction. In bit manipulation instruction, TR0. This is the TR0 is the you have to set the timer. Means you have to set the run bit. You have to set the run bit in timer 0 is there. And also you have to set the run bit TR1 in timer 1 is there. Okay. See, once the turn on timer increase each clock, means timer is set, your count will be start. Your timer is set, your count will be start. At that count, you have to check the overflow flag. You have to count it, check the overflow flag. Monitor the TFX plus means you have to check jump if not beat. The beat है ना आपने आठवत है ना jump if not beat. This is the B is the beat is called. Jump if not beat is there. So what is meaning of that? If your timer is zero, means suppose your calculation start from 0 to 5 is there. Your calculation start from 0 to 5 is there. Then you have to first is 0. Then you have to check that overflow flag is reset. Means you have to jump if not beats. What is meaning of that? When it is 0, 1, 2, up to this, you have to TF flag. What is the TF? TF is the overflow flag of suppose you are working with a TF0. That means overflow flag is 0, means F0. If this overflow flag is 0, okay, because your counting start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and when it is comes to the 5, when it is comes to the 5, what will happen? It will be overflow for the timer is there, so this will be go to the 0 to 1 is there, so TF0 will be go to the 0 to 1, so it will be check jump if not bit. Jump if not bit means if your bit is not set, go to the here is some programs at that, this is the label is there, here is the label, at that label they're lighting a some instructions are there. So here is there, so if up to this 5 the flag will be set, means TF is equal to 1, so he thinks that our timer is the counting will be stop is there. Okay, मग इथं काय होईल when counting will stop, म्हणजे if your counting will be stop, the timer by using the instruction clear the timer 0 and clear the timer 1 is there. You have to clear the timer 0, timer R0 and clear. Means what is meant by here we have to put a value of 1, here we have to put the value of 1. Why? Because you have to start the timer. But after counting is completed, your overflow flag will be set. Then this is not go to the here, means this is not go to the upper part of you can go to the lower part. In that case, you have to clear the run bit which is present in your tmod register. Run bit which is TR0 of timer 0 and TR1 for the timer 1. You have to clear these two bits are there. And also after clearing this bit, we have to stop the timer is there. After clearing the bit, we stop the timer there. After that, you have to clear the TF0 and you have to clear the TF1. Overflow flag, when overflow flag, you have to put a value by the control is TF0 is equal to 1 and TF1 is equal to 1 is there. So you have to clear these two. You have to clear these two values are there. So clear that overflow flag which is present in timer 0 and timer 1. Okay. Then after this completion, then you have to reload into the THX and TLX. Okay, what is meaning of that? After this counting, you transfer from 0 to 5. After this, your counting start from 0 to 5. After 5, you have to reload the TLX and THX. After 5, you have to reload. This is called the reload. Reload means you have to put a value again 0 to which THX is there and then start the counting is there. This process will be continue till if you want to not stop the process there. So you have to reload the register, reload the timer register is there, and then counting will start from 0 to 5, again reload, then go to the counting value from 0 to 5 is there. Okay, so this is the steps for timer 0 is there. So this is steps for the timer 0 is there. Same steps for the timer 1 we are discussing. See what is the timer 0? Sorry, mode 0 we are discussing. Here is the mode 1 is there. What is meant by the mode 1? This is the mode 1 is there. Mode 1 is the 16-bit timer. We are discussing mode 1 is 16-bit timer is there. First one is 13-bit is 16-bit. 16-bit means already we have a 16-bit timer is there. So 8-bit for the THX and 8-bit for the TLX. Because our timer capacity stays. So here is the TLX 0 to 00 D7 and D8 to D15 is the THX is there. So all bits we have to use. So here same diagram is there. We have to use the crystal frequency. You have to divide by crystal frequency. It is given to the AND gate is there. Here is we have to set the timer bit is there, TR is there, it is given here. You have to directly use the TH is there, and you have to use directly TL is there. Only both 8 bits we have to use for the timer. So TR flag will be check if this overflow or not is there. So here this is starting from TF0, 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 TF0. After counting is completed, overflow flag will be generated. How to overflow flag will be generated is there. See here how to overflow generator. When your counting start from FF0, FF1, FF0, in that case your overflow flag is 0. In that case our overflow flag is 0. Up to the FF overflow flag is again 0. Up to the FF is counting. Up to this FF counting overflow flag is 0. But after that After that, counting is complete because you're starting counting from 0000 to FF is there. So counting is complete. When counting is complete, your overflow flag set to be 1. If counting is complete, overflow flag will be set to the 1 is there. Okay, then our timer is understood that our counting will be stopped. So you have to decide our user can run the program to reload the timer, yes or no. There is no facility to automatic reload the timer. See, in your mode 0 and mode 1, there is no facility to automatic reload the timer. There is no facility to automatic reload the timer. You have to reload the timer again from 00 to FFH is there. So this is done by using TF is equal to 1 is there. When we can see this TF is equal to 1, then you can understand that timer is overflow is there. Then you have to reload the timer or reload the timer again by using software. Okay, so these are the 16-bit mode 1 timer is there. Next is this again they are giving the same is there. Same instructions are there. Repeat, just I'm going to repeat. Load the timer, then set the timer 0 and timer 1 is there. Okay, then monitor the flag here. Then you have to clear the timer, clear the timer 1. Timer 1 means you have to clear the set bits of timer 0 and timer 1. This clear the overflow flag of timer 0 and timer 1 is there. Overflow flag of timer 0 and timer 1 is there. Okay. I think how to calculate the clock frequency. Yeah, but find out. This is the clock frequency. You have to example is there, and then we'll go to the auto reload timer is there. I'm giving an example. Here they are giving some 1.40. We are giving the simple is a 12 megahertz frequency, 12 megahertz crystal frequency there because for calculation it's very easy to understand. So here I am giving the calculation is there. FOC means what? Frequency of oscillator. We are discussing at the time of your architecture is there. Oscillator is connected to the X1 and X2. This oscillator is a generate a frequency there. This oscillator generate frequencies up to the 12 megahertz. This oscillator generate a frequency up to the 12 megahertz is there. Okay. So this is the frequency is there 12 megahertz. Here we have to create a delay of 4.96 is there. You have to create a delay of 4096 is there. Okay, we have to create a delay of 4096 is there. Okay, so what we have to find the TH and TF0. You have to find TH and TL is there. So what is our calculation there? There is oscillator frequency. This oscillator frequency is there. In that oscillator frequency, you have to create a delay. Delay means what? If you want to generate the square wave is there. If you want to generate a square wave is there. So what is the delay is there? This is the delay for the 4.09 second. Then again, you have to delay is for the 4.90 second. Again, we have to delay this 4.90 second. So you have to calculate this delay. We have to calculate this delay 4.09 second by using this crystal frequency. So for that purpose, we have to use, you know that the clock frequency for by using a timer, what is our aim is that our clock crystal frequency is 12 megahertz and your delay is 4.096 millisecond. Your delay is 4.096 millisecond is there. You have to create a delay by using your timer is there. By using timer there. So what we have to do, see, this is the 1/12. You know that our clock frequency for your timer is 1/12 is 1 microsecond. You know that the 1/12 megahertz. If you don't know, megahertz means 10 raised to minus 6 is there. So 10 raised to minus 6 is, it goes to 1 is plus, sorry, 10 raised to plus 6 megahertz means 10 raised to plus 6 is there. When it go to the up is there 10 minus 6. So it is a 1 microsecond is there. If you know that this is the 1 microsecond is there. This is the 1 microsecond is converted by 1/12. You have to create the timing is there. You have to create a timing is there 1 microsecond. After that, this is the count. How to calculate the count is there? How to calculate the count is there? So count is equal to the delay is given by this. Delay is given by this by 1 because see in counter you are not giving the delay directly. You are not giving the delay. With delay means what you have to counting purpose. You have to count from 1 to 10 is there. I'm always saying that 0 to 5 is there counting, and after that it will be overflow for the timer is there. So here we have to calculate the count is there. When a count is completed, then delay means up to this means suppose this is the 0 count and up to this is the 10 count is there. So 0 to 10 count is there. Up to this delay will be generated. After that the again count will become 0 to 10 is there. After that count will come from 0 to 10 is there. So this count is calculated by using this process. This process from they are giving the delay giving, but this delay is not directly given to the timer. It is not practically possible to your programming purpose to directly delay. See, give the delay for 0.09 second and generate the frequency. It is not possible because we have to use the in timer. We have to use the count per count we have to calculate. So for that counting purpose, we have a formula is there. For that counting purpose, we have to formula is there. Means from 4.09 millisecond is how much count is required to to set this delay. How much count is required to set that delay. So for that purpose, we have this calculation is there. For that purpose, we have this calculation is there. So here is count is equal to this is what is this is a given by the delay, and this is a count given by this is the period is calculated by the frequency of the oscillator. This frequency of the oscillator we have to calculate because when frequency is given by the 1 by 12 microsecond is there. So here is the 4096 is there. 4096 is there. Okay, 4096 is there. After that, what we have to do? Count is equal to 40.96 upon 4096 clocks will be generated. You can millisecond, microsecond. If you do the calculation, you can understand the calculation is there. No? It is 4.0. This is the millisecond. This is the millisecond. This is the millisecond. And you have to calculation in microsecond is 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 6 is there. It is go to the plus 6 is there. Plus 6 means 1000 is there. And 1000 into 4.096 is 49096 is the count is there. This is the clocks are there. These clocks will be, this is the count will be generated. This count is minus of from 65,536. So this is the homework for you. Why we are giving, this is the value is there. Why I'm not, it is 65,500. I'm not giving 65000 is there. Minus 4096 is there. Why I'm giving this value is there? Just check out this value. Why I'm giving this value? 65,536 is there. So please check this. Then after that, you have to minus this value. You will get the count is there. This count is in the form of the decimal. You have to convert the decimal into the hex is there. You have to convert this decimal into the hex. You will get this value is F00H is there. And F00H is there. Higher byte is stored into the TH0 and lower byte is stored into the TL0 is there. Higher byte is stored into the TH0 and lower byte is stored into the 00H is there. So you have to reload the timer by using TH is equal to F0 and TL is equal to 00. You have to reload the timer by using TH is equal to F0 and TL is equal to 00H is there. Okay. This is the calculation. Just I'm repeat the calculation just in 2 minutes. Here we have to set a delay of 4.09 milliseconds is there. We have to set a delay of 4.09 second milliseconds is there. Frequency is 12 megahertz. So we have to calculate the delay is there. For that purpose, you have to first set the timer is there. Timer is equal to 1 by 12 megahertz is there. 1 microsecond timer is created. Then after that, count is calculated by the delay which is given by a time period is calculated of your frequencies there, and you will get the clocks is there. This clock is minus from 65,536. You have to minus this clocks are there from 65,536 there. Then you will get the value. This value is in the form of the decimal. This value is in the form of the decimal. You have to convert decimal into the hex is there. You have to convert the decimal into the hex is there, then you will get the values f the 000 is there. So higher bit, which is the f0, which is transferred to the th is there, and 00 is the lower bit, you have transferred to the lower bit is there. So this is the calculation is there. So this is the calculation is there of your timer 0 is there. Okay, this is the calculation is there. They are giving the calculation is count minus 537. You have to count minus and then direct calculation are they are given. So this is the timer is there. Then we are next lecture we're discussing the timer 2 and mode 2 and mode 3 is there. We're discussing mode 2 and mode 3 is there, and there is examples for that. Sorry, programs for this one is there. Okay, program where this only 2 points are remaining, mode 2 and mode 3 is there, and then we have to do the some programs of your timers are there. Okay,